Hello everyone, this is Sumit Bose and I am from the Bodhi Academy. Today we are going to discuss on the chapter Forest and Wildlife Resources, okay? And we are going the part 1 we are going to discuss, okay? And soon we are coming with the part 2. Now without any further delay we will find out what we will cover in this part 1. Okay. Now today we are going to discuss on these topics. The first topic is conservation of forest and wildlife in India. The second point is flora and fauna in India. The third point will be Project Tiger, and the fourth point will be types of distribution of forest and wildlife resources. Okay, so without any further delay, let's discuss with the first point, flora and fauna. Okay, if we look, okay, now before starting the point, okay, let me ask you what is flora and fauna. Basically, whenever we live, whichever area we live in, that particular area or that particular place has certain amount of certain types of plants and animals, okay? And have you, I think you all noticed that these plants and animals differ from area basis, okay? So flora and fauna means the natural habitat. In simple words, it's known as the natural habitat, okay, of an area. Means it includes the plants and as well as it includes the wild animals also, okay? So let's start and let's understand this in detail. If we look around, we will be able to find that there are some animals and plants which are unique in area, okay? India is one of the world's richest countries in terms of vast area and biological survey. Okay, so India has a rich India is very much rich in flora and fauna, okay, and it has a very vast biological survey. But lately, our flora and fauna are under great stress, mainly due to intensivity to our environment. So we know that, right? The environment is getting polluted, and again, urbanization is the main factor. Overpopulation is another factor. So the wild animals are slowly, gradually losing their natural habitats, and and we are cutting down trees in a very bulk basis, and it is ultimately hampering the entire ecosystem as well as the biological survey, okay? So these are the various threats which are we are facing, or our generation is facing, okay? So these are under stress, and these are major threats for our environment, okay? So that's why we see here. But lately our flora and fauna are under great stress, mainly due to intensity of our environment, okay? So we'll go to the next point, that is conservation of forest and wildlife in India. Okay, now it was felt that obviously it is very much necessary to conserve the forest and wildlife in India, as it plays a very significant role in the biological system and also in the ecosystem. So some necessary steps were taken, okay, and we are going to study about those steps in detail. Look, in the 1960s and 70s, conservation demanded a national wildlife protection program. So it demanded a national wildlife protection program, okay? It was felt that it is essential to protect the wildlife, okay? The Indian wildlife protection was implemented in 1972, okay? So this is the first point. Second point, in the third point is, many central and state governments had established national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, so to protect these wild animals and to create their natural habitat, okay, the many state governments and central government has established national parks and wildlife sanctuaries where these animals can stay and live there. Okay, and so that we can save them from getting extinct. Okay, because if they get extinct, human race and entire biological system will get hampered. Okay, so and it will go towards the destruction. Okay, the government, so these are the necessary steps which were taken. And another point, this is the most important point, the government also announced special projects to save special animals, that is gharial, Asiatic lion, freshwater crocodile, saltwater crocodile, etc. Now you may be thinking that why these animals? Okay, why is the main focus on these animals only? Because these animals are slowly becoming endangered. Okay, their numbers are reducing on a rapid basis. Okay, especially these animals, gharial, Asiatic lions, freshwater crocodile, saltwater crocodile. Okay, they are the reason for this decline is poaching. Okay, these animals are poached and their skin or other things from parts of their body are traded internationally. Okay, so poaching is a very big reason for these animals to get endangered. Okay, now another thing we are going to discuss, that is Project Tiger. So and another separate project was created to preserve tigers. Okay, so this project was known as Project Tiger. Okay, tiger is one of the key species in Flora faunal web. Okay, in 1973, the authority realized that tigers were down to 1827 in population from estimated 55,000 in the turn of the century. So just imagine, from 55,000 to 1827. Okay, so tigers needed a very special attention because their numbers, their population was decreasing in a very rapid basis. Okay, what were these reasons? The major threats to tiger population are poaching for trade, shrinking habitat, and depletion of prey. So these were the main. Okay, shrinking habitat, because they are slowly they are losing their habitat. More and more buildings are being constructed. More and more trees are being cut down. So obviously a tiger is losing his shrinking his habitat. Okay, his natural habitat, his depletion of prey. Okay, so that's why Project Tiger is one of the well published act in the world, launched in 1970. Okay, what were the sanctuaries? Are there any tiger sanctuaries? Okay, yeah, we will read that. Some important national parks for tigers are Corbett National Park, Sundarbans National Park, and Manas Tiger Reserve, etc. Okay, now we will move to our last point, that is types of distribution of forest and wildlife resources. So types of distribution of forest. So forests are mainly classified into these three types: reserved forest, protected forest, and unclassed forest. So let's read this. More than half of the total forest land has been declared as reserved forests. Okay, reserved forests are declared as most valuable. So I hope you understood it. Protected forests. What are protected forests? Almost 1/3 of the total forest area are protected forests as declared by the forest department. Okay, 1/3 of the forest area is belong to the category of protected forest department. Okay, third one, unclassed forests. These are other forest and wasteland belonging both to government and private individuals and other communities. Okay, so I hope you all understood and I was able to make this clear, all these 4 points. Okay, and soon we will be coming with the part 2 of this chapter, that is forest and wildlife resources part 2, and we will finish that. And for more information and details, please contact the Bodhi Academy, and please hit like, comment and subscribe.